Hey, to whoever may need this nugget of encouragement, things will be alright, so quit your worrying. I get it.
Awesome.
Tap, tap, tap into episode 7 of
Ep-
On the Mess Express.
Mm-hmm. Episode 7.
Episode 7. We did it, right? That's it. Now we can, after this, we can call it quits and don't have to do this anymore.
Apparently, 90% of podcasts don't make it past episode 3.
Look at us.
And we're at number 7.
Number 7.
And only 1% of podcasts make it to episode 20.
Oh,
So do you think we can do it?
new challenge.
New challenge.
Like 20 episodes in like one season, or like over like a course of.
I think it's just like in general.
Somebody
like
asked me
20
yesterday, like, how many episodes are in a season? And I'm like, I don't know. It's a good question. We're just piloting this thing right now. We're still waiting to get picked up by the networks.
That's what we're still trying to figure out. Because in like a normal TV show, there's normally like 12 episodes, right? In a season. So I don't know.
That's not true. Some of the newer, like the Netflix episodes, they're like 10, 12. But like, if you look at other ones, like some episodes are like 20, or some seasons like 20 episodes. So
that's true. Still trying to figure it out. Trying to figure out how the rest of the season's going to look.
yeah. But
Lots of question marks.
with network series, like there's characters that hook people in. I don't know if we've hooked anybody yet. Our characters still need to grow and develop and evolve.
Yeah. So we'll see. We'll see.
Let's just see
how many episodes in season 1.
Right. Okay.
There'll probably be more than 12, I would think.
Yeah.
I don't know. We'll see.
That's fair. That's fine. So we were looking at the rundown today, and I noticed a word that I've never heard before in my life.
What's that? Yeah.
Okay. Explain to me what phubbing is and what we're going to discuss about phubbing today.
I don't even know if that's how you actually... Is it Phubbing? Phubbing?
No, it's PH, so it'd be
Phubbing?
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't even know how to what the proper pronunciation was.
Would you call somebody on your phone?
Phubbing. It's, basically sabotages couples.
Okay. Yeah.
It's just,
I feel like maybe there's been some phubbing in this relationship then.
Yeah, when mainly your phone or electronic is just basically taking over everything. It's taking over all of your time, your personal time, taking over like time with your kids, time at home.
Taking over the world.
So it's basically like causes jealousy, causes like conflict, causes like issues between couples, because phubbing, I guess is what they're calling it now, is just sabotaging relationships, really, because either both of the husband and the wife, or the husband, wife, whatever it is, are either both on their phones.
Could be both wives.
Yeah,
for sure.
Or either both on their phones, or one is on the phone more than the other. So it creates conflict with the other spouse because they don't like it. And it's just something that just doesn't go away. Like, it's always there. Right. And you can say, oh, I don't want, or I'm going to put my phone down, or I'm not going to do it today. And it never actually, no one ever follows through with it, or very little people follow through with it.
But we'll get that a little bit later, right?
Yeah.
That's not topic number 1 on the rundown.
No.
Topic number 1 is...
What is it?
Relationship check-ins.
Yeah. Relationship check-ins.
Now
that should be done.
It should be done. Like, I thought, like, isn't this something that, is this kind of go back to like one of our first episodes where we were talking about giving someone, like, knowing when they're like struggling or when they're kind of at their wit's end? Is this kind of like on the same level as that?
Tying into it, yeah. It's more so relationship check-ins, though, because you are so involved and heads down deep in your phone all the time that any spare time that you get, you're on your phone. You're scrolling through social media. You're doing whatever it is you're doing. If you're at home and it's off work hours, it's just something recreational, right? So it's taking away from time with your spouse where you should be sitting down, having conversations, going over how was your week this week? Or what's bothering you? Is there something bothering you? Like, what's going on? Half the time people may start those conversations, but quickly into it, someone will pull up their phone. They'll just kind of scroll through while you're trying to have like a check in with your spouse,
Mhm.
which just causes more issue, right? Right. So,
It's kinda like one of those parties where you go to and everyone has to drop their keys at the front, door before you walk in. You gotta be like, "Hey, this is our relationship check-in. Leave your phone at the door," kinda thing.
yeah. And I don't think that's necessarily a terrible idea to do something along the lines of that, even for like a couple minutes a day or 10 minutes a day.
Mhm.
I mean, obviously, at the dinner table is a time where it would be nice to not have your phones. I mean, I feel we're not the best at that either.
So
I try not to have it with me.
yeah, but how do you do it with a like nowadays with work and everybody's just constantly on their phones and work's coming to your phone, like emails coming to your phone, or people are following up with you, or you're dealing with clients on like let's say you're on the East Coast and you're dealing with clients on the West Coast. So now you're a 3 hour time difference.
Well, I feel or you're just talking about yourself right now.
No, just in no, in general though, like now a day. This is like the day and age. Like back when, obviously we were younger, our parents were younger. Cell phones weren't a thing. Sitting down at the dinner table was like they would sit down, you would eat, and then the phone would ring, the landline,
Mhm.
right? And then each family would either be like, okay, look, I'm either gonna go and see who's on the call, or we just ignore it. It's dinner time. We don't get up during dinner time. So it's kind of the same principles, but now there's just more electronic distraction, is what I'm saying. Like back in the day, like my dad used to be a marketing manager. I'm sure there's people that after work hours, if he actually worked after his work hours, would love to get a hold of him. And if
Mhm.
they could have like just sent him like a text or an email or whatever and could have got to a cell phone,
Mhm.
then he would have been more prone to look at it then.
Maybe.
So I'm just saying, like, as much as everyone wants to say, hey, let's put the electronics away, let's kind of take a step away from it, like it is an integral part of people's lives now.
Yeah, but there's a time and place I feel for it as well.
Right. That's
Like
what I'm
for
saying.
you
Yeah.
specifically, if you're saying you have people on whatever coast, West Coast, that's a different time zone, or
West side.
you really have to go on a phone call at this point. I prefer if you just stay at work and do your work stuff at work because it frustrates me even more when you come home
Hmm.
and you come home and you grab your laptop and your phone and you go right into the office or right into the room. And then it's like, okay, well, the kids are home. They're going to be yelling and screaming. Like, I would prefer you just stay at work and do what you have to do at work and then come home. I know it's nice to come home and be home to take a call or something, but like from my perspective, it's annoying.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of the times when I come home though, it's because I have to do something. So like I'll have a 4 o'clock call and then I know at 5:30 I've got to take Dallas to soccer. So instead of me taking the call at the office and then having you meet me somewhere in the middle just to drop the kid off, like it's easier for me to come home, take the call, and then when I'm done, I take the kid to whatever event they have.
Yeah. But I mean, when it comes to work situations, like that's fine. But I
Hmm.
still think when you're sitting down having dinner, for instance,
Hmm.
like if someone can't wait after hours for you to pick up the phone or respond to an email, you're probably in the wrong line of work then because that's not any sort of balance whatsoever. Why can't you just sit down and have dinner and then do what you have to do on your phone after?
Sure. I mean, yeah, absolutely. That's like setting boundaries, setting like zones,
Yeah,
right?
I think boundaries are super important. And I
For sure.
think boundaries are kind of getting walked on a little bit more in the workplace now, where it's like, yeah, we're promoting like team culture and all this and like
Hmm.
work life balance. But it's like, oh, but actually, you have to answer the phone and emails on weekends, or you have to do this. Or once you go over that line and you do it,
Hmm.
it's kind of like, okay, well, Craig will answer his phone at all hours of the night because he has done it. So now it's just expected that you're going to do it.
Right.
And now that vicious cycle has come on where if you break it, well, you're afraid to break it because you don't want to look bad at that point.
Right.
So
Yeah.
I think it's important to set boundaries right away and be like, "Hey guys, like I don't answer the phone between 6 and 7. Like I'll talk to you after."
Yeah, for sure. And I mean, I definitely have that relationship with the people I work with, which is good. So it's kind of, I come home, I only take the call beforehand if I know I have to go somewhere. Otherwise, it's like, hey, when the kids are in bed, then I will respond to, uh, work messages, work emails, whatever it is, right? Like
Mhm.
you only have so much time during a day to be with your family. right? Something like 80% of your time or whatever it is, some ridiculous number is spent with work,
Yeah,
right?
it's
So
crazy.
you obviously get a lot of time on the weekends, but during the week you're at work for at least 8 hours, and then you come home, you get a couple hours with the family, and then everyone goes to bed.
Mhm.
Um, yeah, so it's I think it's super important to make sure I try and get the kids to put their electronics away at dinner all the time.
Mhm.
They're the tough ones.
Yeah, and, like, kids is one thing too, but the adults especially, like, because you're so busy, because you're at work all day, because you only have those few hours to, like, hang out with the kids, I think it's important that you have those if it's not even daily, even if it's just weekly check-ins to avoid having small issues becoming large issues. Because if you guys just aren't connecting or talking,
Mhm.
or if you're just rather sit and scroll through your phone rather than talk about the issue or something that bothered you the day before, those little issues are going to become big issues and it's going to cause more conflict, obviously, like goes without saying.
Do we have check-ins
I don't know if I would call them check ins. I would say definitely not
other than
daily.
this?
Yeah, I would say maybe on a weekly basis or every other week. They're not intentional. We'll just be like, oh, like you'll be like, how, or maybe daily, like you typically say, like, how was your day or something, or like,
Yeah,
what was
I'm a
going on?
pretty genuinely good guy. Yeah, for sure. Thank
I'm
you.
probably worse at that. I don't
Yeah,
think I do the
I
check
don't
in
think
with
you
you.
even know what I do most days.
I don't. There's been so many times where people are like, what does Craig do? And I'm like, I don't know.
No, not like what I do for like a living. Like
Oh,
you're just
I don't know
not
though.
like how my day went kind of thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like our
But
building could have caught fire and burnt to the ground, and you'd have no idea because you just don't ask, "Hey, how was work today?" Like you don't ask me how my day is at all. I will come home, and this is a fact. I will come home
maybe.
and I will be like, "How was your day?" Right? Because I'm just generally curious,
Yeah.
what you're doing with all your free time, what you're spending our money on,
Hmm.
how the kids were. But it's like, "How was your day?" And then my response that I get is typically, "I was all right. Yeah, good." But there's never "And how was yours?"
Yeah, I am pretty bad.
It's most of the time I will walk up to you and I'll be like, "How was your day?" You'll say good, and then I just turn around and be like, "Fuck me, right?" There you go. Cool.
I know. I am
Like I
pretty
have a
bad at
better
that.
chance of talking to this wall.
I do have to get better. But half the time when you come home, I'm like in the middle of doing something. I'll be like
You're
doing the
not.
dishes or
No,
I'll be
you're not.
doing dinner.
No, you're not.
I'm always in the kitchen when you get home. I'm
Yeah,
always there when you come through the door.
I agree. You
So I'm
are
always doing something. So yeah, maybe I'm just doing something and I don't feel like
getting
quick
my
chat
dinner
right there.
ready. Dad has been working all day.
Yeah, but again, I think that's why it's important because I don't think we both sit down and intentionally talk about something. And again, like it doesn't have to be daily because, you get busy with sports, you get home, it's 9 o'clock at night, like whatever the case may be. But I think even just weekly,
Mhm.
like even if you don't have anything to think about off the top of your head that you want to talk about, just putting your phones like at the counter for 10 minutes, go sit on the couch or something and just say, hey, like, how's your week? Is there anything bothering you? Is there anything you want to talk about? Is there anything we should clear out of the way? Because I don't want this to snowball
So
a
this is
couple of
more
weeks
like me
down the road.
directing it towards you, is what you're saying?
I guess.
Yeah, yeah. I don't snowball anything. You are the gatekeeper of snowballs. Like,
Yeah, I can snowball pretty bad.
yeah, and I mean tsunami level snowballs. Just you would be like you walked into to the North Pole and you open up this door and then you have all these snowballs just all piled up and it just says this date, this happened, this date, and then all of a sudden you open the door and they all just here they come, boom, 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 son of a boom, son of a bang.
Yeah. So I mean, I think that's something we should do for both of us to get better at, but
It,
for me especially to get better at.
but it sounds like I do it already.
Well, we
So it's
don't
not a we thing.
we you
It sounds
and
like a you thing.
anytime we do have conversation though, you are in your phone all the time. You are always in your phone. If I am talking like just like I think it was yesterday,
That's because the
you
girls on
were in
Instagram are sexy.
you were scrolling through your phone and then like 2 minutes later you're like, "Sorry, I think you asked me a question or did you say something?" Do you remember that?
Well, that was just, but I was doing work.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
that was me.
But that's
I
my
know.
point
Yeah,
exactly.
that that was yesterday after work hours,
Yeah.
and you were saying something to me, and I knew you were saying something, but I was so focused on what I was doing at the laptop, I had to be like, "Hey, at least I didn't forget about you, though." I came back and said, Hey, I know you said something.
Mhm.
I'm sorry I didn't hear it.
Yeah.
I might not have said sorry, but I said I didn't hear it.
Yeah, and if it's something that you're doing for work, fine. But if you're just sitting there scrolling and I'm asking you a question and you hear me and you purposely ignore and then you're like, "Oh, sorry, like what was that?" It's like, dude, you can put your phone down for 5 minutes.
Pot, kettle.
Yeah. But yeah, how are you doing? Is there anything you need more of? Is there anything bothering you? And it could be just as simple as that. And if it's like, nope, 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 I'm good.
Oh, yeah. Okay, this is the trap, though. The trap is so anybody that actually is listening, and they're like, "This is a great idea. I'm going to start doing this in my life." And it's probably going to be the husbands are going to go to their wives, and they're like, "Is there anything I can help you with? No. Is there anything you need? No." And they're probably going to do that like day after day after day. And it's going to be a week. And it's always going to be no, no, no. And then all of a sudden, it's going to be a week and a half, 2 weeks, 3 months later. And the wife's just going to be like, "You never asked me how I'm doing. You don't care about me. And I'm just stressing about this and I'm doing that." And then the husband's going to be like, "Fuck you, Vanessa and Craig."
Maybe.
That's exactly like if their relationship's anything like this relationship, that's exactly what's going to happen.
You never know. You never know until
Let
you
me
try.
look into my crystal ball, and it's like, yep, looks good.
Well, you never know until you try. You gotta try.
I mean,
Trial and error. Maybe it doesn't work for some people, and that's totally fine too.
I
Like,
love your positivity, but oh my goodness, this is
what? Why?
I'm
Why is
just
that so unrealistic?
because, like you say, I come home every day and I ask you how your day is, and now we're gonna have check-in times, and
Well, yeah, I'm just telling you that's something I need to work on and something that I need to get better at for
yeah,
sure.
100%.
Because a lot of the time there are issues that come up where, I don't know, I am mad at something or frustrated at something, and then we just don't talk about it. Like today at soccer, for instance, like I got really mad at you because Dallas was getting really upset. And you were on
After
the
the first
street?
game,
No, during the second game.
what happened?
I don't know. You were yelling at him and he looked at you and he was getting like visibly very upset.
Well, he should have did what I told him, and we wouldn't have got upset.
I know, but in situations like that, like it's their last game. Like just leave them alone. Like, my God.
Okay, so for anyone who wasn't there,
So no, it doesn't matter though.
this is how
Like,
it starts.
you were on a bad streak, then you were on a good streak, and then I feel like you ended the season on a bad streak
No,
again.
no, this is what happened. That second game, I started. So everyone lines their chairs on the sideline. I stand behind everybody, right?
Yeah, but
I'm
everyone
not
can
done.
hear you.
I'm still going, still going. So I'm standing behind everyone. And then I was getting loud. So
Mhm.
I then took a step back with one of the other parents.
Yeah, because no one heard you with that step back.
And
Good
then
for you.
by the time the game was done, I was like standing on the other field. And I wasn't really yelling anymore. I think I kept it pretty cool today.
Mm.
There's a few times that, yeah, I mean, I want my son to do well.
But anyway, that's just something that I can think at the top of my head where I was like, I'm not going to say anything right
That's my
now, but I'm going to bring it up to him later because that actually like bothered me. And
But
I'm
that has
like,
nothing to do with
okay.
that had nothing to do with phubbing. I wasn't on Instagram while I was yelling at him.
It has something to do with snowballing. So when we sit down and if we have a 10-minute conversation, just be like, how was your day? Is there anything you want to talk about? It's like, yeah, actually at soccer today, I didn't like how you interacted with Dallas. Like, we got to remember to take it down a notch. Reel it in. Let's not be so aggressive.
I could sidetrack so hard right now, but we'll just
But yeah, I mean, that's just what I mean. Like, it
Yeah.
wasn't something I was going to bring up there, but it was just like, hey, like, let's keep doing a good job.
Okay. Anybody from Dallas or to his team today, I apologize that I was incredibly louder than usual. I just wanted to end the season on a high, and apparently I made it so my wife ended the season on a low.
Well, I mean, it just all ties back into
It's all
again,
about you.
I wasn't going to bring it up, but next week, that's like our goal. I would like to, even if it's just once next week, not every day, just once, even if it's 10 minutes, we just sit down. It's like, okay, what's been going on this week? What's good? What's bad? I start my new job on Monday. So, like, that'll be a good time to be like, how's that going? Like, just a quick check in.
Okay.
And then stuff like this I would bring up too. And it's like, okay, well, Dallas is going to tryouts again soon. Like, let's not be super aggressive during tryouts. Like, we obviously want him to do well and make like the team he wants to be on, but let's just try to remember we got to keep it toned. Have those conversations before he starts. Pull him aside if you have to. Don't just
Let the coaches
make it
coach.
look like you're a crazy parent at tryouts. But save that for the actual season.
Honestly, we thought your son should have made the team, but you're the problem.
But we don't want you on the
Yeah,
team. Oh, your kid can play, but you can't come to the games.
see that parking lot over there? You can sit there.
Yeah.
Gosh.
Work in progress. That's another work in progress, right?
Yep. I've
We'll
got
get there.
I've got a couple weeks off before training starts again, so I will work on being a better me.
We can do it.
You
can do it.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Yeah. But back to the whole phone situation stuff too. So just tying it in with the kids. So during the school months, we tried to keep the kids off all electronics Tuesdays and Thursdays. So they can go on there. And I don't think we really put a limit to it on the days where they could have electronics, just like nothing overboard, obviously.
Yeah, I mean, no.
They have like limits on their Chromebooks. I think we mentioned that.
Yeah.
But yeah, Tuesdays and Thursdays, there was just no electronics, no like YouTube, no phone, no iPad, no nothing. And I think we purposely did it on those days originally because the kids each had something on Tuesdays after school. So it's like, okay, you're occupied with whatever you're doing, but when you get home, like just quiet time or play and do whatever you want.
Right.
So I do want to incorporate that into like come September again. And it's something that, I mean, we could even look at doing, unless it's work related. It's something where, like, if Dallas has soccer on Tuesdays or like Levi has his acting classes on Tuesdays, okay, well, during those times that we are together, our kids aren't allowed to be on electronics. So maybe those are times where we're not on electronics either, unless it's work related.
That's fair.
And we sit down and we just have, maybe that's our like family movie night, or maybe that's our family game night or something, where it's like those 2 days are electronic free for everybody, not just the boys, right? That's something we could look at trying to implement too. I know it sounds
You want to spit
easier
deal?
said than done, but I think
What is? Oh, go back. Do that again.
What?
If anyone can see, this is like the softest. She didn't even put. There you go. There we go. Holy art
I'm
of
not
the
an
deal.
aggressive person.
You still got to connect the thumbs like this.
I don't typically handshake people.
Yeah, well,
It's just weird.
maybe that's a new thing we can
Hi.
do.
I don't know. Never been a handshaker.
Yeah, or a hugger, or a kisser, or a snuggler. I was really
Cold-hearted bitch.
I was really hoping Phubbing was going to be way more fun, but
No, it's not.
no.
But
No, I agree with though. That is a great point. You know, it's don't set the boundaries just for the kids.
Yeah.
It's like the family, right? You're absolutely right. It's and then to your point, unless it's work, like, but you can even then say, look, kids go to bed at this time, then you can check your phone. If anything's urgent, deal with it. If it's not urgent, put it aside, and then it's still
like
mommy, daddy, no electronic time.
Yeah, because if you're on electronics and it's not for work, you're on your phone because you're just scrolling or like watching videos. You're doing something stupid anyway. Where if you're telling your kids they can't be doing that 2 days a week, well then why are you doing it 2 days a week?
Let me preface this.
Set an example.
Yeah, let me preface this by saying, like, if you're scrolling on the Mess Express social media, like, continue to do that.
Yeah.
Like, continue to watch our reels. Maybe just don't watch the other guys.
Yeah. But I mean, I think that's something we can start incorporating.
Sure, absolutely.
And then maybe either on Tuesday or Thursday, one of those days, like we have that skylight calendar where we can put in there too, like
free sponsor.
Maybe on Tuesday or maybe on Thursday, we can just put like tag you and I and just say it's our 10-minute check-in today. Just so we hold ourselves responsible too, where we don't have our electronics.
It's so shitty that you have to, you're relying on electronic to tell you not to be on your electronics and check in with your husband.
I mean,
do you see the irony in this?
Anything to help keep you accountable, though.
This is what I deal with on a daily basis.
I don't think it's a bad idea.
No, it's a great idea. Yeah. It's just, it's a flawed system. We should be checking in every day with each other. Every day you should ask me, how was your day?
You should, but I mean, we don't. And I'm sure a lot of people don't either because you just get busy, you get distracted, and it just, again, that's why small issues become big issues. And that's something you obviously want to avoid, right?
Fact.
So intentional check ins will reduce phubbing.
Someone's going to be listening to this.
Phubbing.
Yeah. Someone's going to be listening to this and they're going to go back to their partner and be like, do you know Craig and Vanessa, like they literally do not talk to each other. Like if it's not for the podcast, I don't think they say 2 words. And like Craig walks in and asks to shake her hand. Like, hey, how was your date today?
Yeah, definitely. But I think when you do have those check-ins too, you keep in the back of your mind that they are proactive and they are structured. So if you do have like 10-minute check-ins with no electronics so you can't get distracted daily, every other day, weekly, let's say like Tuesdays. We're going to say Tuesdays are going to be our 10-minute check-ins. You know you're going to be having those check-ins on Tuesdays. So in your mind, before you sit down, go through things to make it proactive and go through things to make it worthwhile. Like, you know what I mean? Not worthwhile. What's the word I'm trying to use?
All I know is
Structured.
This sounds so crazy because there's people out there that just like this is just communicating. Like this is what couples do.
A lot of couples, that is a huge pain point in their relationship. They don't communicate.
If you don't talk to your significant other, please message us so I know that there's other people out there. I
was just talking to someone today who...
Now, don't get me wrong.
I was running through the episode and they were like, absolutely, like, we don't talk. See? Like, or it's not like, I think it's really unintentional. I don't think couples do it intentionally. I just think you get so busy and distracted in your everyday. It's not that you don't talk. Like, we obviously talk and communicate every day.
So this is going to be my point.
It's just, what are we talking about?
Get onto a different level.
Exactly.
Right. Yeah, we
make
do talk
it more meaningful.
So we talk every day. It's like, hey, the kids were at camp, this happened. Like that is everyday stuff, right? We do have everyday conversations, but what you're saying is like, hey, like what's been bothering you this week?
We don't have it on a more so personal level.
We've been married for over 10 years and this
almost
is
11 years.
We don't do this. Like this is crazy.
But that's why, you have to keep trying new things and changing up what you're doing. And obviously, like we need those, especially when school starts up again. Everything's going to get so much more busier and we're going to have that much more time to we aren't going to be. I know it sounds crazy, but I really think it's so important because this whole phubbing thing is causing like huge challenges between couples, right? Yeah. Mainly jealousy, I would say, from the woman's standpoint, because a lot of the time, like maybe the men will be scrolling or like looking at girls on Instagram or whatever. Yeah. So like that causes jealousy. It's like, hey, I'm right here. Can you just put your phone down and talk to me and not look at Susanna?
The problem is when you're looking at Cheryl on Instagram, she seems interested in me. She seems like, hey, she does want to go to the bedroom with me. It's like, oh, okay. And then you're like, hey, can you look at me? It's like, what? I can look at you in your pajamas with your cream all over your face?
Yeah, I'm ready for my 10-minute check-in.
Hey, you know that beautiful babe you're looking at? Put it away and focus on my flannels.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, okay. I agree though. There is there's just too much scrolling and not giving your partner the divided attention that it deserves type deal.
Yeah, for sure. And I like, even when it comes to the kids, like I feel even like during family movie night, like that's a time where you're just supposed to like sit down, but like both of you can be bad at it too. We'll be sitting there, maybe it's like a movie the kids want to put on. We're not really interested in it. And we'll pick up our phones, like start scrolling through it, where it's like, what am I doing? Like, I should just be sitting here watching the movie with my kids. Like, I can get through a 2-hour movie with my kids. I don't need to be going through my phone.
Yeah, for sure.
Right?
Yep. I would agree with that 100%. I'm in.
Yeah. And again, just those quick check-ins without your phone. So your phone's not a distraction.
No
where
phones.
It's like, hey, what's going on? What's bothering you this week?
Right.
And if you don't speak up, well, it's like, okay, well, hey, we had that opportunity to do it last week. Why didn't you bring it up last week? or you kind of hold your spouse accountable because it's like, well, you can't really be mad at me for this because I asked you last week and you didn't bring it up.
Right.
So, like, how am I supposed to know you were mad kind of thing? Or maybe if that's happening, you do it every other day instead of weekly. Like,
So wait. Is there a new wrinkle in this? So if we have a check-in on this coming Tuesday, let's just say, okay?
Yep.
And something came up, like something comes up tomorrow. I talk to you on Tuesday. You don't bring it up. You're not allowed to bring it up again because you missed your window.
yeah,
You can only bring up stuff. You can only get
You can
mad at me for stuff that happened within that check-in window.
you can hold me accountable for that. Yeah.
Oh, let's go.
We'll try it.
Yeah.
We'll see how it works.
Yeah, no.
But I think that's reasonable. I think because, again, that's a snowball effect. If you don't bring it up, it's going to become more of an issue, which is just going to be
Yep.
cause more stress and more like headache that you don't need. Bless you.
Sorry about that.
But yeah, it's like, okay, this is bothering me. I know I'm sitting down with you and we're going to have this quick check-in. And if I don't bring it up, well, then get over it, Vanessa, because that was your time to bring it up, or vice versa.
Anybody listening, you are all witness to hearing this.
Yep. I'm holding myself accountable. We'll do it.
I know one guy who next time I talk to him, he'll be like, hey, how was your check-in? And I'll be like, oh, it was good, whatever. And he'll be like, how was your second check-in? We'll talk about it. And then he'll be like, did she bring something up from the first check-in? And he will call you out on it. No problems.
I mean, sure.
And we're going
Try
to,
it.
and I'm going to be like, yeah, this girl said we're not going to hold people accountable for things that happened prior to
But
the
I
first
mean,
check-in.
It goes for you too, not just me.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Like it goes both ways. But I think that's reasonable because there are lots of times, there have been plenty of times where like you'll come home, there'll be something that'll be bothering me and I'll be like, I'm just too busy right now. Like I'll talk to you at the end of the night. And I just don't bring it up at the end of the night. And I'm like, do we even talk about it? I don't know. Where it's like, no, because that is the snowball effect. Just bring it up, get it off your chest, get it over with, move on.
Mhm.
Life's too busy to have grudges and be mad at each other when you're running all over the place and it's just not worth it. Like if there's something bothering you, just pipe up. What's bothering you? Like, good Lord.
You have a grudge against me?
Not at the moment. I will tell you on Tuesday.
You don't get to know the information. You got to
You
wait till
only
Tuesday.
get to know, I'll tell you everything that I'm mad about on Tuesdays. So our 10-minute check-in might be 30
I'm
minutes.
so lucky.
But I think that's reasonable. Once a week. I don't think we need to do it daily because, I mean, you don't need to do it daily, I feel. I feel weekly is good
Mhm.
enough where it's like,
I feel normal people do it daily.
I would disagree. I think there are a lot of people out there who don't do check-ins or like if something is bothering the other person, a lot of the times they just don't bring it up or they bottle it in because maybe they're holding a grudge or holding resentment. And then
We shall see.
again, the snowball effect. Sure, there's a lot of couples who probably do it and they're great at it, but there's a lot of couples also who struggle with it and, lack in communication.
If you're like me and Vanessa and you don't talk to each other, please let me know.
That's our challenge. Everyone has to pick one day a week, do a 10-minute check-in, and let us know how it went. What did you talk about during those 10 minutes? Did you solve any issues?
We're saving relationships one podcast at a time.
Try to, in those 10 minutes are electronic free 10 minutes. Your phone has to be out of sight, out of mind.
Yeah, your check-in can't be you texting the person like,
No.
hey, how are you feeling?
You can't put your notes that you want to talk about on your phone and bring it up on your phone. You have to memorize them, go in with an action plan, make it structured, make it proactive,
Yep.
high five each other after and say,
Oh, yeah,
see you later at night.
See you tomorrow.
Depending what time you do your check-in, maybe it's at
Jeez.
night.
Holy smokes.
I don't know. Everyone has different schedules.
Yeah,
Who
this
knows?
is true.
Who knows? But again, tying back into if you can have those even 1 day or 2 days where if you do have kids, if you have days where you have no electronic days, holding yourself accountable to those two. I think that's fair. And I think that's just more time that you can connect with your family and stuff too. Especially as your kids get a little bit older, they're going to start remembering all of that more where it's like, oh, every Tuesday and Thursday we had game night or movie night. So they're getting to the age now where they'll remember those kinds of things where it's not like, oh, well, like sometimes mom and dad would play with us, or sometimes they did this, sometimes they did that. But like, I do remember them being on their phones all the time. Like
I remember my dad screaming from the sidelines all the time at soccer.
he will never forget that. Let me tell you that. He will never forget those
That
days.
is a core memory.
Core memory. Maybe he'll thank you one day for it when he becomes pro.
Pro at cleaning windshields.
Who knows?
Well, I want to thank you for bringing me into the world of phubbing.
Phubbing. Who knew? Who knew? It's a new word.
Apparently.
Probably a new word for a lot of people.
Yeah.
Phubbing is basically phone distractions.
Yeah, but
Electronic distractions between you and your partner, and it causes issues.
I'm trying to figure out how the word came, like phubbing, the PH is
know.
phone, and then
I don't know. But I know we're both blamed for it, and I know we have done it. And I think that's why, trying to set different guidelines so that we don't become, the couple that just really doesn't communicate, or a couple that the electronics are just really taking over your life, really, right? Because I don't want that. Like even today, there was like one of the girls I was with too. She's like, I think I'm gonna get rid of like social media, like Facebook and Instagram. She's like, I sit there and I scroll all the time. Like, why am I scrolling? What am I doing? And it's like, exactly. Like it's so engraved in your brain, and it's like you just pick it up and you do it. It's like you don't even think about it. And it's like, okay, like it's an issue. It's a problem.
Yeah. I mean, I think we spoke about it on a previous episode. It was like you're watching a show and like the TV's on, but you're on your phone. It's like, it's just like background noise.
Like why? You just pick it up and grab it. It's just like second nature, where it's like, oh my God. As bad as it sounds, like you really do have to set times or days where you just try to not look at it.
Yeah.
And that's just the world we live in, really, because you're not going to. Right. But if you can at least set some sort of boundaries where you're like, Tuesdays, Thursdays, I'm going to, boys aren't on electronics. I don't need to do anything on my phone. I'm done work for the day. I'm done this. Let's just go play outside, or let's play games, or again, Tuesday night's movie night, whatever the case may be. And then, see how that goes.
Absolutely.
You never know until you try.
Never know until you try.
So we will try. We will let you know.
And you guys let us know how phubbing goes for you.
Yeah. How's phubbing this week, guys?
Tell me about your phub experience. All right. Well, I mean, made it through episode 7.
Episode 7. Yep. Signed, sealed, delivered.
Episode 20. Here we come.
We're getting there. Almost there.
Perfect.
Yep.
We'll keep riding this crazy train until the wheels fall off the track.
Yep.
All right.
Yep.
Till next time.
Choo choo. See you on the next one.
Hey, to whoever may need this nugget of encouragement, things will be alright, so quit your worrying.